Alright, what's up everybody? It's your boy Keenan. Welcome to the Pro Football Exclusive NFL blog. The New England Patriots have their second selection with the 31st pick of this year's NFL draft. Now they're starting off things great in this year's draft. They have a couple of picks in the first round as well as a nice pick in the second round. They don't really have any picks in the later rounds, but they still can pick up great valuable players to help out this team and get back into the Super Bowl. And I really like their selections thus far. At 27, I actually had them going with Andre Branch of Clemson, the defensive end. This kid is very versatile. He can play both the 4-3 and the 3-4. So Bill Belichick should definitely keep an eye on this kid if he is available around this time. He should be, and I think they should go with him. But there are a lot of rumors floating around that Shea McClellan is one of the key players. The defensive end out of Boise State is one of the key players that New England as well as Green Bay is definitely going to be looking at the 28th selection of this year's NFL draft. This kid, he's a pretty good pass rusher, and he could definitely help support the run. He's a tough kid, strong kid, and he had a good pro day at Boise State, and that's why a lot of teams like New England Patriots and Green Bay Packers are looking at him in the later picks of the first round of this year's NFL draft. So he could be one of the first round surprises for this year's draft, and I do like this kid a lot, but I'm still going to go with Andre Branch of Clemson for New England at the 27th selection because of how versatile he can be and help out that defense. Now, for this selection at number 31, they could use a running back. Like I said before, a lot of people disagree with me on this one because I do have Shane Vereen, Stephen Ridley, who rushed over 400 yards, 5 yards per carry, and Danny Woodhead at the a good trio of running backs. But I believe that all three of them are like third down, second string tier type running backs. I'm not really 100% sure about Shane Vereen. He didn't get much playing time, only 15 carries last season, 3.8 yards per carry, and yes, he does deserve more playing time, so we can't really fully evaluate him. But within those 15 carries, I remember personally, especially against the Kansas City Chiefs, I didn't really see too much spark, so I started to doubt him a little bit. But this is just his rookie season, last season, so he can still bounce back, be that #1 guy for Tom Brady. They did lose Jarvis Green Ellis. He's now with the Cincinnati Bengals, but they still have a good trio of running backs, but I don't think that all three of them are capable of being that #1 go-to guy. So they can definitely look at a running back for this particular selection. If they don't go with the running back with the first 2 rounds of this year's draft, they might as well not go for one in the later rounds because of the value that they already have at the running back position. So, for this pick, I'm not going to go with a running back. I'm going to go with a defensive back. They can still use a corner or a safety. Now, one player in particular whose draft status just stocked off the roof is Stephen Gilmore out of South Carolina. This kid has good instincts, and he definitely is a hard hitter. He could definitely deliver that big hit, maybe cause some fumbles, support that run, and he does have good cover skills. He had an excellent pro day at South Carolina, and that's why a lot of scouts are starting to believe in this kid. Some people are starting to project him over both Janoris Jenkins out of North Alabama and Alabama's Dre Kirkpatrick. Seriously, this kid had a good workout, and more teams are starting to look at him. He could be a little bit of a draft surprise in that first round. He could actually be picked within the first 20 picks of this year's NFL draft because of that workout. More teams, the Chicago Bears and other teams that's looking at him, he could definitely be picked within the first 20 selections because of that great workout. But for this particular selection, instead of going with the cornerback, I think they could use some help at the safety position. And the next player I have available is Harrison Smith out of Notre Dame. This kid had over 200 tackles in the career for the Fighting Irish. He is a great tackler. Definitely will help out support that run. He has just enough speed. He runs a 4.48 40. He could definitely catch up to any receiver that he plays up against. Stop some balls a couple of times. He is not a big time playmaker like Mark Barron out of Alabama, like a playmaker catching and returning interceptions, but he is still capable to be a good reliability in that passing defense. He could definitely break up some passes, cause problems for receivers, and mess up traffic, especially when the receivers are coming in the inside. He's another player who could also give you a big hit, and I think this is going to be a great addition for that defense, so I might have to go with Harrison Smith out of Notre Dame for their 31st selection. Now, the next time I'm going to catch you guys is tomorrow, where I will wrap things up with the first round of this year's NFL draft with pick number 32 of this year's draft belonging to the G-Men, the New York Giants Super Bowl champion. Thank you for watching today's blog from Pro Football Exclusive. I'm your man, Akeem McCall. Be easy.